Matthews, Matthews, chapter 16, verse 18. And I say also unto thee that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. I'd like to give all prayers and honor and glory to Yahweh Shemel Shah, Shem Kakadash. To Wadi Yahweh Shemel Shah for giving us the apostles and the elders of great millstone who deserve double honors, rightfully so. Shalom to the Hakim, pushing the word and sincerity and truth, for being faith-based and being prepared for what is to come. And what is to come. Race wars, famine, concentration camps, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, and 200 million missiles hitting the soils of America. Simultaneously, the chariots of the Lord of the hopeful elect into the chambers. Simultaneously, the chariots of the Lord shooting laser beams at the ungodly and the heathens. Rightfully so. Aratazah, the Lord take the course of the video. I was just going, actually, I was just sitting in my little living room, and I said a word out loud, and then my daughter responded to it, and I was like, all right, so let's go. She said, so the word was gospel. So she's like, oh, gospel music. So what? Well, we never went over that word, just based on, because I was looking up, see how many times gospel pop up inside the concordance, or how many times the gospel, the word gospel is shown inside the when you look it up as gospel. So let's look at it again, because I would just, all right. So gospel, right? It is shown 99 times in the scriptures. That's what it shows, right? So, so then she was like, so I said, what you think gospel means? Like, something with church. So then I said, well, gospel means good news, good tidings. And the first verse that pops up in is Matthew chapter 4, verse 23. And I'm just going to read that verse because I read that verse out. And I read that first verse just because I was going in a different direction, but I should have started off this way. But I wanted to I want to just put whatever was that the conversation was about. I want to put it up, just through the spirit, because it's good to put everything on the table, So how it started. So I looked up. So we were gonna go over the word gospel. So we went to the word gospel, and it says in Greek it's G2098, right? G2098. So let's look it up. And I went through a lot before I turned this camera on, but I'll let the spirit take care of it. Oh, come on now. I hate when it does this. Come on. The phone just be acting crazy. Alright, so let's see what we can do, because I was. Alright. Euangelion. That's how you say gospel. Euangelion, right? And it's a reward for good tidings, glad tidings of the kingdom of Yahweh soon to be set up. That's what I told her. So this is the good news, that the kingdom is coming to be set up. So I was like, yeah. And it has been set up upon a rock, which Peter means Petra, right? We go into the Wadi Yahweh Shem Shah for giving us the apostles and elders great millstone, for having us going in depth into words so we can get the understanding of things. Otherwise, certain things is being put in front of us, because there is gospel music. Well, we are singing a song, but the good news is the gospel. All right, so that's what I was explaining to her. So, which we have to explain these things. And going back to the word church, And where do we go explain these things at? When we go to church. When we go out and get, and this, that leads me back to the word church. I read that verse, Matthews, right? The reason I read that verse, Matthew, is based upon the word church. Right? Salakia, because I'm trying to pronounce the word right, which is church. Church. Right? So we are the church. Alright? And we're the church that's giving the good news. The good tidings to the Lord's people. So that's what we have done. That's what we are doing. That's what we are set up to do. That's what the saints of the Lord is set up to do. To go out on the highways and the byway to bid the marriage. Alright? To gather to the marriage. Those that's out there, the men that's out there, the hopeful elect. And the men the men, women, and children, which is gonna be the hopeful elect. Because that's what we pulling in to this that's what we going out for in the church. We going to call out. We calling people out their houses. Come on out. And the other time, hey, we're gonna go into it. Watch. We're going to the word church. Let me read this verse again, because all right, Salakia, did I read that verse where I got the good gospel from? Let's go back for a second. Okay. All right, we're gonna read the word gospel. We're gonna read the word in this first verse of gospel. Was Matthew chapter 4, verse 23. And Yahushua went out, Salaki, and Yahushua went about all Galilee, teaching in the synagogue and preaching the gospel, the good news of the kingdom, and healing all manner of sickness and all manner of diseases amongst the people. What people? The Israelite people. Okay? That's what people got to understand, right? And it is a distinct, it is a distinguished a separation, right? He wasn't talking to everybody. What proved that? He said, he said, he told, I'm trying to think of that. What he said. He said, he said that he was going out. He told the disciples, go preach the word, to the lost sheep of Israel. That's it. Okay, the lost sheep of Israel. Okay, because we was a lost people. All right, I'm trying to figure out if I could. All right, hold on. I got to find that one. Lost sheep of Israel. Let's see if that pop up. Because, yeah, Matthew chapter 10, verse 6. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Right? And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So that's the good news that we were preaching. And what it means, what the word preach means, it means to, it says, because when we go out on the highways and the Bible, we're going out to preach. All right? We're going out to preach the word of Yahweh Shemel Shah. Salakia, if I'm all over the place, but I'm just trying to narrow this down because now this came up, this verse right here, so it was just in the spirit. Caruso, right? Caruso. That which is G2784. To be a herald. To authenticate as an herald. To proclaim after the manner of an herald. Always with the suggestion formerly, right? Gravitating. Slovakia. Let's see if we get that. If I said that right. Because we are heralds. The heralds, like another way of saying prophets. Gravity. Right? Gravity and an authority which must be listed and to obey, to publish, to proclaim openly. All right? We openly proclaiming this. Okay? Something which has been done. All right? Public. All right, that goes back to the word church. Because we are in the public. See? Apostles to send forth. All right? Proclaiming. Oh, man. It gets more and more deep. You know, you go deeper, you get deeper and deeper. Try to narrow it down. We're trying to narrow it down.
Proclamation.
Proclamation. What's the word proclamation? Oh, see, look at that. Proclamation.
A public or official announcement, especially one dealing with a matter of great importance.
Wait, and it's this importance. Let's hear that again.
A public or official announcement, especially one dealing with a matter of great importance.
So what's the public announcement we're making? That the kingdom is at hand. Yahweh Shai is on his way with the army. Okay? See, as we go, we learn it. The apostles, Apostle Tahar, Apostle Goram, Apostle Rakar, Apostle Ramla, and other elders always say, look it up. Go through it. We didn't get this. We didn't get this on our own. We was taught how to do this. That's why we're going out in the public, calling, ecclesios. We didn't even get to that word yet. I was trying to, but keep getting deeper. So Salakia, I just, proclamation of the gospel, proclamation, proclaiming the gospel, the good news, and matters pertaining to it. And matters pertaining to it. What's pertaining to it? The RFID chip is the mark of the beast. Telling you that don't take the vaccination, don't take the vaccine, Baxter. Don't repent for your sins. Worship the King. Don't worship idolatry. Don't worship idols. Those are matters pertaining to this. Made by John the Baptist, by Yahweh Shai, by the apostles, and by other Christian teachers. All right, so Hamashiachites. All right, so that's what we're doing, right? Let's read through the verse again. Matthew chapter 10, verse 6. But go rather, let me see something. Let's go up a verse. These 12 Yahweh Shai sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans, enter ye not. So that's telling you, don't go to the other ones. The Gentiles is the foreigners, the other nations. Okay? Salakia, if I kind of detoured, the Spirit guided this. I didn't. The other nations is the Gentiles. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So that was the point of going that way. So that's what we're doing. We're preaching the good news, the gospel. So Salakia, I was trying to go one way, but the Spirit led me the other way. Salakia, that was not my intention. All right, so let's go back to this first verse I read, which is on Matthew chapter 16, verse 18. And I say also unto thee that thou art Peter, which is Peter means rock, right? Petra, right? I say unto thee, so like I say also unto thee that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church. And that's what we're doing. Like I said, the word, I went so all over the place. The lost sheep gospel, and that's what we're preaching. We're preaching to the lost sheep of Yahweh Shai, which is the lost sheep of Israel, Yashala, the gospel. And we're going out in the church. And the church is in a public place, man. All right? Out in the open. On the highways and the hedges. That's why I asked you, did you go to church today? Or any day? You know? Did you go out where the prophets are at? Did you go hear the good news of the kingdom that's at hand? So these are things you should consider as if you're a Negro, Hispanic, and Native American. Did you hear the good news of Yahweh Shemel Shah? Salakia. So he said first Matthew chapter 16, verse 18. And I say also unto thee that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church. And the gates of hell should not prevail against it. And we know who the gates of hell is now, man. And that's the fucking the wicked ones, Edomites, man. That's them, man. Building, that's them dudes, man. And they against the church, man. That's another subject. So like, all right, we're gonna go to this word church. All right, now, it says, Apostle Cabal always bring this out. So when I went into it, I was like, wow. It just happened right like seconds ago, maybe like seconds ago. Like when I tell you, my daughter said something to me, and I was like, so we looked up the words, we went into it, and then bam, that was another topic. All right, that's why I said, did you go to church today? Church. Hey, I always have bad vocabulary, so that's a lot. Yeah. G1577, Ecclesios, Ecclesia. Let them say it. Jeez, the secretary said. All right. Now look, watch this. Come on, watch this act crazy. So I can get that up. Because sometimes the phone, you gotta touch it, and you're gonna copy and paste them. That's what I'm doing. Copy and paste the word into the so it could say it.
A public or official announcement.
See? Hey, come on now, not right now. Oh boy. Salakia. Because we the church. We go out and we call you Israelites, you Negroes, Hispanic.
A public or official.
Oh, come on, buddy. Salakia, just all of a sudden wants to play. Just trying to get this word. Okay, I think I got it. Hey man, I just turn the camera on, because if it hit me like that, you gotta do it quick. Oh, come on, really? Salakia. It said it was just doing it a second ago. Now it's not crazy. It's just something that we can't let go, brothers. Sheesh, man, really? Give me a second. It's just ridiculous. I mean, yeah, but hold on, give me a second. I don't know why it's acting crazy right now. There you go, Salakia. Ecclesia. Okay, that's how you say church in Greek. All right, and look, I was trying to get it all out, but it seemed like there's this way fucking Satan messing with my damn phone. Salakia. So like I said, we're gonna go back before we go explain this again, just to reiterate. All right, before we go into the word. All right, now the church is we gathering, we calling out to all the men to come out on the highways and byways, and men and women too, to hear the Lord, for the lordship of Israel, men, women, and children of the hopeful elect, to get the gospel of the good news, which is the good news is what's coming, the kingdom. Yahweh Shah is coming to save us. So we are the ecclesia, which is the church, we're the calling, we're calling out. All right, and come reason with the Lord. Sorry, I'm just trying to get all this together fast, but it didn't work like that.
Ecclesia.
All right. Hey, listen, words mean everything. If you don't get it, if you don't learn this thing, then you're gonna be able to understand what you have Shemel trying to tell you. You have to come under the ministry of the righteous men. So Salakia. And that's what I truly believe that's what I've done. I'm with the righteous men of Yahweh Shemel Shah. Great Millstone, the apostle of Great Millstone. Okay? I heard it, what he said, many are called, a few are chosen. Hey, I'm called. I don't know if I'm chosen yet, but I'm about to say I am. And I'll be amongst the greatest. Get one of those crowns. Alright? Alright, so Salaka, this Ecclesia, right? A gathering of citizens called out from their homes into some public place, an assembly of the people, convent at the public place of the council for the purpose of deliberating. Okay? Ooh, you people Dunsky, man. The assembly of the Israelites. That's the key point right there. That's how you know it's about you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It didn't say everybody. Okay? Even though everybody's out there, we're supposed to preach to all nations, but we are calling the hopeful elect. Alright? So yeah. Okay, we'll just read this part. It says, a company of Christians, Hamashiachites, right? Or not Christians as in these motherfuckers that go to church. Because the reason why this conversation came up is because I said, I asked my daughter, I said, what do church mean? Because it was something to go, it was just in the spirit. How it came out, boom. And so she said, I don't know. So we said, let's look it up. So we went into that. We found out there is ecclesia in Greek when we used to call out. All right? A gathering of men, and men preaching the good news of Yahweh Shemel Shah. A company of Hamashiachites, or of those who are hoping for eternal salvation through Yahweh Shah Hamashiach, observe their own religion, hold their own religions, meeting, and manage their own affairs according to the religion prescribed for the body for others' sakes. See? For others' sake. So we trying to get you in this perspective of working on your salvation. So these men that's out here on the highways and the byways, who's been doing it for 3 decades, I might add, it's been calling out to men for a very long time because they working on their salvation. So what the hell you think the Lord? Well, we just read Matthew's, right? What we just read? We just read this. Look, it says, let's go back again so we can read it again. It says Matthew chapter 10, verse 5. These 12 Yahushua sent forth, commanding them, saying, go not into the ways of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All right, and as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Okay, so that's what we're doing for your sake. So there you go, man. I just, sheesh, man. You know what? We're gonna go a little more. We're gonna get whatever we feel the spirit is done with. All right, so that's what we're doing. The church is out there calling. So he said he gonna build this church, build my church upon Peter, which is David. That's why Peter is David. It makes sense. Okay. And Matthew chapter 16, verse 18. And I say also unto thee that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church. All right, and we are the church. We out there. Now we just went into this word. Let's go back again where we left off at. And we do worship Yahweh Shemel Shah. All right. Wow, here you go. Jeez. Wow. We are winning. Man, jeez, man. It's the people that put this, I know it's a spiritual for all the books, the knowledge increase. It got easier. Hey, okay, I'm looking for that verse too. I can't even think of it. When we the apostles, they just mentioned it, how we come in instead of our elders, some of that effect. We found the footsteps. I'm gonna say it way out the best I can say. We found the footsteps of our elders, our apostles. Okay, that's what we're doing. All right, can't help it, man. I remember, hey, I got another, what clarifies. All right, I still do something my father taught me when I was 12 years old. All right, told me how to collect cans. I still do it to this day. Hey, it was just something that he showed me how to collect aluminum and whatever. So we found the footsteps, and it was beneficial. Hey, when I needed something and I was low on something, I had the cans. So hey, can't say that it didn't benefit me. So Salakia. All right, so we are the church. All right, and it says all right, it says another 3 in the word Ecclesiastes 3. It said those who are anywhere in the city, village, Salakia. Hey, we doing this, man. We out there. Constitute. Okay, all right, Salakia. Those who anywhere in the city, village constitute such as a company and are unite into one body. Woo, one body. Mashiach, Yahushua's body. Alright? The whole body of Hamashiach scattered throughout the earth. Bam, man. All you niggas is done. Oh, shit. The assembly of a faithful Hamashiachites already dead and has received into heaven. So we winning, man. So Salakia, man, that's the meaning of the word church, to call out, ecclesia, to be called out in the street, come out to the public and come hear the good news. Salakia, where we at in time? Jeez, I didn't mean to go that far, but we ain't past 30 minutes, so the gates of hell is not going to prevail against Bill Gates of hell is not going to prevail against this church. All right, the good news is that we're going to win. We're going to be on top. We're going to be the kings of the galaxies. That's the good news, man. So, Salakia, I didn't mean to go all over the place, but that just happened, just at that moment. So, did you go to church today? All praise and honor and glory. God, Abashim Yahushua, Bashim Yahushua, Shalom to the Hakim, Shalom. The word of Yabashim Yahushua for the apostles. Shalom.